6:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Dilini Gunadana and read by Geethanjali Ramanayaka. The headlines. President Ranil Wickremesinghe says that the country will lead towards rapid economic growth during this year. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena announces that the Treasury has been allowed to pay off debts of the Pensioners Fund. The National Transport Commission announced that the bus fares will stay grounded despite fuel price rise. Early landslide warnings are issued to 10 district secretariats of 4 districts in the island. Foreign news: tsunami hits South Korea's east coast. Russia issues tsunami warning. And sports: it's cricket. Australia's veteran David Warner retires from one-day international cricket. News in detail. President Ranil Wickremesinghe says that the country will be led towards rapid economic growth during this year. Difficult and unpopular decisions have already been taken despite the displeasure of some parties in order to achieve this aim. The President made these comments at the event of the opening of the new Air Force headquarters in Akuregoda, Battaramulla. He further requested all politicians to join hands with him in order to protect the country. The significance of seeking knowledge on cutting-edge technology on defence matters was also emphasized. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena announced that the Treasury has been allowed to pay off debts of the Pensioners Fund and made it independent. He added that the country has already moved forward from the past and we have stepped into the future from the present. He expressed these views today at the Prime Minister's office, Colombo, after religious rites at the start of the New Year's official activities. Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena says that the best efforts should be made to achieve the aims that could not be achieved during last year. He made these remarks at the commencement of the duties at the ministry. Expeditious and accurate decisions are a crucial fact that results in efficiency. The minister also took part in a special discussion with the heads of the entities under the ministry. The National Transport Commission announced that the bus fares will stay grounded despite the fuel price rise. Chairman of the Commission, Shashi Velgama, further explained that the current fuel price increase is falling short of the threshold specified in the national policy formula for bus fare adjustments. Meanwhile, the annual bus fare revision should be announced on the 1st of July each year. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. 14,700 persons from 4,432 families in 7 districts of the island are suffering due to the inclement weather. The Disaster Management Centre is working on taking relief measures in collaboration with the relevant district secretariats. Meanwhile, the NBRO announces that early landslide warnings have been issued to 10 district secretariats of 4 districts in the island. It will be effective till 3:30 p.m. tomorrow. Director of Irrigation SPC Sugishwara has said that 45 main reservoirs are at the spilling level. The capacity of the total reservoir system has increased up to 90%. Victoria, Randenigala, Polgolla and Maduruoya reservoirs also record a high water level. The Department of Irrigation requests the public to refrain from bathing in Pahala Kalaoya, Maniganga and Veheragala reservoir. Sri Lanka has just barely missed its 1.5 million tourist arrivals target set for 2023, despite seeing a record number of tourists visit the island nation in December last year. According to the latest figures of the Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority, approximately 210,352 tourists arrived in December 2023, bringing the total number of tourist arrivals recorded within the last year to 1,487,303. The official figure is just 12,697 arrivals short of the government's target of 1.5 million visitors for 2023. However, the total figure of tourist arrivals recorded in 2023 is an increase of 106.6% compared to the 790,978 from the previous year. And that ends local news for now.
The main news story is brought to you by Sinhala Vedamahatmya.
In the main news story, joining the occasion of the commencement of the duties in the Parliament in the New Year held Today, Speaker Mahinda Abeyewardene stated that at such time when we are moving forward with new hopes, we should all unite to fulfill our common responsibility on behalf of the country. The Speaker also pointed out that all staff members of Parliament and affiliated staff have been assigned with a duty to perform a special task on behalf of the country while going through a difficult period. And that was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Sinhala Vedamahatmaya.
This is Watchlight.
Sri Lanka Railways has taken steps to revise the train schedule of the coastal railway line with effect from today. Accordingly, the Ruhunu Kumari Express train plying from Matra to Colombo Fort and Maradana has started its operations from Beliatta railway station at 5:25 a.m. this morning. The express train Sagarika, which operates only on weekdays from Beliatta to Colombo Fort and Maradana, will operate on Saturdays as well. Meanwhile, the destination of the train, which operates from Maradana railway station towards Payagala South at 8:35 p.m. has been extended up to Alutgama. In addition, the train plying from Maradana to Alutgama at 2 p.m. will leave Maradana railway station at 1:55 p.m. from today. However, the Deputy General Manager of Railways, N.J. Indipolage, emphasized that a final decision will be taken as to whether this new train schedule is to be continued or not following a trial period of 2 weeks. And that came to you in Watchlight.
Coming up, World News.
In the headlines, tsunami hits South Korea's east coast. Russia issues tsunami warning. India launches space mission to study black holes. And the Danish Queen announces surprise abdication on live TV. South Korea's meteorological agency said the first tsunami reached South Korea's east coast at 9:21 GMT at a height of 45 centimeters in the wake of a massive earthquake that hit Japan today. The agency further said in an advisory that the tsunami can grow after the initial waves and may continue for more than 24 hours. South Korea's Gangwon province warned residents to take precautions and evacuate to higher ground, according to the Ministry of Interior and Safety. India's space agency has successfully launched a rocket that is carrying an observatory which will study astronomical objects like black holes. It was launched from Sriharikota spaceport today. This is only the second mission in the world of this nature after NASA launched one in 2021. The space agency said it wanted to help scientists improve their knowledge of black holes. Denmark's Queen Margaret II, Europe's longest-serving monarch, announced that she will abdicate on January 14th after 52 years on the throne and will be succeeded by her eldest son, Crown Prince Frederick. The 83-year-old Queen, who ascended the throne in 1972, made the surprise announcement on live TV during her traditional New Year's Eve speech. The Queen became the longest-serving monarch in Europe following the death of Britain's Queen Elizabeth II. Last July, she became the longest-sitting monarch in the national history. In Denmark, formal power resides within the elected parliament and its government. The monarch is expected to stay above partisan politics, representing the nation with traditional duties ranging from state visits to National Day celebrations. Back to the headlines of the world news. Tsunami hits South Korea's east coast. Russia issues tsunami warning. India launches space mission to study black holes. And the Danish Queen announces surprise abdication on live TV. That ends World News. On to development news. The Sri Lanka Export Development Board, EDB, in association with the Import Promotion Desk, IPD, Germany, initiated a series of capacity-building programs for export-oriented women-led business in Sri Lanka. The initiation aims to foster a new set of women-led exporters to the nation's economy. The training program was held at the EDB premises, which focused on sharing knowledge on market intelligence, European Union market trends, effective sales techniques and company essentials, with the presence of 19 selected export-ready women-led businesses. The workshop was conducted by a team of EDB officials, and that was development news.
Moving on with sports news.
It's cricket news. Australia batter David Warner has announced his retirement from one-day international cricket in the lead-up to his final Test match. The 37-year-old previously announced his retirement from Test cricket before an ongoing series with Pakistan. Warner said his decision to also retire from ODI cricket was one he was very, very comfortable with, and he felt the time was right after an absolutely amazing World Cup. He played a pivotal role in helping Australia win the Cricket World Cup against India last year, and that was sports news.
On the first day of the new year 2024, when you make your first deposit in any SPE, you will receive a token gift. May this new year bring you happiness, joy, and abundance of savings. National Savings Bank.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The Commercial Bank of Ceylon has begun 2024 by underlining its commitment to sustainability symbolically as well as literally. The instantly recognizable Commercial Bank logo in blue will hereafter also feature a green element representing the bank's multifaceted commitment to sustainability, encompassing diversity, inclusivity, good governance, transparency, social equity, accountability, and eco-friendly banking solutions. And that was business news.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
On the first day of the new year 2024, when you make your first deposit in any SPE, you will receive a token gift. May this new year bring you happiness, joy, and abundance of savings. National Savings Bank.
In economic news, the Sri Lanka Gem and Jewellery Association, in collaboration with the National Gem and Jewellery Authority and the Export Development Board, proudly announced the grand celebration of the 30th edition of Facets, Asia's premier gem and jewellery exhibition. Scheduled to take place at the esteemed Cinnamon Grand Colombo from January 6 to January 8, 2024, this milestone event marks 30 years of successfully highlighting the splendor and glamour of Sri Lankan gems and jewellery in the global stage. And that was economic news.
Weather report.
Showers or thundershowers will occur at times in the eastern and Nuwara province and in the Matale, Polonnaruwa and Nuwara Eliya districts. A few showers are likely in the northern province and in the Anuradhapura district. Showers or thundershowers may occur at several places elsewhere of the island after 2 p.m. Fairly heavy showers above 50 millimeters are likely at some places in the western and Sabaragamu provinces and in the Galle and Mathura districts. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in the western, Sabaragamu and central provinces during the morning. That was the weather report. Prior to concluding, the headlines. President Ranil Wickremesinghe says that the country will be led towards a rapid economic growth during this year. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena announces that the Treasury has been allowed to pay off debts of the Pensioners Fund. The National Transport Commission announced that the bus fares will stay grounded despite fuel price rise. Early landslide warnings are issued to 10 district secretariats of 4 districts in the island. In foreign news, tsunami hits South Korea's east coast. Russia issues tsunami warning. And in sports, is cricket, Australia veteran David Warner retires from one-day international cricket. Well, with that, we end this news broadcast from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. And handing over the microphone back to Mariela Van Dot on the other side, wishing her a lovely 2024. Over to you, Mariela.